Top 10 places to visit in the UK. Your old bucket list may have featured Uluru, Machu Picchu, the Taj Mahal and more, but that was all pre-2020. As of now, our eyes are turned firmly inwards on homegrown heroes that don't involve far-flung travel. Often referred to as Great Britain, this island country to the northwest of the European mainland has been a marketable tourist destination for decades. Welcome back to another episode of Travel Champ, the home of all things travel on YouTube. We're passionate about exploring mind-blowing and fascinating places all over the world and love to share our knowledge with you. Subscribe to the channel now so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads, and come join us on our journey. In this video, we'll be talking about the top 10 places to visit in the UK. Let's begin today's video. Number 10. Snowdonia, Wales. Covering 2,130 metres square of land in the northwest part of Wales, you'll find Snowdonia, home to Snowdonia National Park, one of the biggest national parks in the United Kingdom. One of the famous historical landmarks here is Conwy Castle, a fortress that was built in the 13th century. Snowdonia is also dotted with some historical sites that you should visit during your United Kingdom trip. Number 9. Brighton. Brighton on the Sussex coast has been a popular beach resort since the mid-19th century. Much of its popularity is due to the proximity to London, making it popular with day trippers. The beachfront is lined with graceful old Victorian homes that today provide tourist accommodations. Visitors will want to walk out on the famous Palace Pier or admire the traditional English gardens. The city has a vibrant nightlife and is home to many entertainers and athletes. There's always something unexpected to enjoy in Brighton: a sea-facing yoga class, watching a skateboarding Jack Russell, or browsing through a surprisingly good beachfront hippie market. Number 8. Yorkshire. Visitors flock to Yorkshire because there is no place on earth like God's own country. The sheerness of the landscape of this place sometimes is unexpected and has inspired generations of painters, from John Atkinson Grimshaw's Moonscapes to the Victorian artists of the Staith's Group to David Hockney's Yorkshire Wolds. About 40 million visitors now travel here every year for heritage-related tourism alone. It boasts 3 national parks, a wild and rugged coastline, and fabulous Victorian architecture, including the preserved terraced streets and mills of the World Heritage Site of Saltaire. Not only that, its food and drink reputation now matches that of any other destination in Britain, with more Michelin-starred restaurants than anywhere else bar London. Number 7. Lake District. The Lake District in northwest England's Cumbria is home to the country's largest national park. Covering a total area of just over 885 square miles, the Lake District National Park has been protected since 1951, and its picturesque patchwork of lakes, valleys, woodlands and fells make it one of the best places in Britain to get out and experience the great outdoors. If you visit the Lake District, you'll get Britain's greenest countryside and grandest views. The Lake District also has numerous artistic and literary connections, most famously William Wordsworth, who was born in Cockermouth in 1770 and drew much of his poetic inspiration from the surrounding landscape. It's a popular tourist destination, attracting more than 15 million visitors annually. The park has the highest mountain in England, Scafell Peak, and the longest lake, Windermere. Others may prefer more gentle walks through the valleys. Number 6. Cornwall. If you're longing for a lazy day on the beach during your United Kingdom trip, you have to go to Cornwall. Cornwall is defined by its magnificent coastline, with 300 miles of dunes and cliffs, medieval harbours and oak-forested creeks. Located on the southwestern tip of England and is one of the must-visit places to see in England. Famous for its seaside resort, making this lovely place one of the top places of interest in England among many. The place is decorated with plenty of tranquil sandy beaches. Some of the tourists' favourite beaches in Cornwall are Perranporth, Porthmeor and 𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐿. When you're bored of just lying down on the beach, you can take up some exciting water activities such as surfing and sailing. Cornwall is also known for its artistic heritage. Painters, sculptors and potters of international renown come for the big skies, the rugged beauty of the boulder-strewn moorland, and the intense light that turns the sea cerulean blue even in midwinter. Number 5. Bath. Bath got its name because that's what it was when it was founded by the Romans in 60 AD, who built baths here because of the hot springs. Besides being famous for its waters, the city also is an excellent example of Georgian architecture. It reached its peak in the Georgian years when the wealthy flocked here for spas. Bath has an active cultural scene today with live theatre and fine dining. This southwestern English city makes a good base from which to visit the monolithic Stonehenge. Interesting, digestible galleries and museums, including the recently revamped Holborn and One Royal Crescent, are many and varied, while shopping is also a major draw. Number 4. York. York is a walled city with a rich heritage located where the River Foss meets the River Ouse. And if you happen to be looking for something more unique compared to other cities in the United Kingdom, York should be your choice. This stunning Gothic cathedral was built in the medieval era, in the 13th century to be exact. York has a long, impressive history since it was founded by the Romans. York's best-known landmark is York Minster. This commanding stone cathedral is filled with remarkable works of art. The medieval Clifford's Tower, which was built by William the Conqueror and rebuilt by Henry III in the 13th century, is a great vantage point for panoramic views around the city. Number 3. Cambridge. Other than those majestic buildings housing the colleges of Cambridge University, Cambridge has some other exciting tourist attractions. It has its own charm that you should see for yourself the next time you travel to the United Kingdom. Taking a walk among the exotic blossoming flowers is the best thing to do here. You can also go to the Fitzwilliam Museum, where you can view art and artefacts from the past and the present days. Number 2. Edinburgh, Scotland. Edinburgh is the capital city of Scotland. The most famous landmark in Edinburgh is, of course, the Edinburgh Castle. This is where Scotland's crown jewels and the Stone of Destiny are kept. These two things were essential during the coronation of Scotland's kings. Scotland crown jewels are considered as the oldest crown jewels in the British Isles. To learn more about the history of Scotland, you should go to the Natural Museum of Scotland. This museum has an extensive collection of displays showing us the history of Scotland from different perspectives: nature, technology, fashion, art, and much more. And at number 1, London. London is one of the major attractions and must-visit UK holiday destinations to explore. Historically known since the Roman era, London is the capital city of the United Kingdom and England. The seats of the kingdom and the government are found in this city. People pour in from across the world to visit, work or live within London's ever-changing environs. Buckingham Palace is home to the Queen of England and her family, while 10 Downing Street is the house of the office of the elected Prime Minister. It is equal to the White House in the United States. That brings us to the end of today's video, all about the top 10 places to visit in the UK. What are your thoughts on these vacation places from the UK? Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this episode and found it interesting, subscribe to Travel Champ so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.